Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how to animate these multi-line text fields, logos, and as well as images. Well, if you have been, I expect that you have been watching these guides in order because this introduction and animating, this second video, animating titles, is really important. I have covered all of the important stuff, most important stuff in these two videos. I'm not going to repeat myself here in this third and other videos because there's a lot more important stuff to talk about. So if you haven't watched them, please watch them right now. Pause this video and watch them, and then come back to this video. Well, in the previous video, I have animated a single line. A single line of text. Well, what if you have several lines, 2, 3, 4 or more lines of text to animate? Well, this tool doesn't even support that feature. So let's go to next, and if you try to generate maths here, the tool will not totally do something like this. This is wrong because the tool doesn't support that. That's done purposely. Actually, I could have done it, but if I have done it, someone would try to do that. The problem with that is it won't look good because there are 34 characters right here in this single line. I think it's like 34, 35. If you do it in the regular way, if you look at the gallery here, well, these animations, these presets are applied to each and every character right here, like this. Each and every character, one instance of effect for each and every character. So in multi-line, in a single line, it's not a problem, because in a single line, the maximum you would have is like by average, it's like 20-25 characters. It's no problem. But when it comes to multi-lines, they could be 40, 50 or even more characters. So that means 50 instances of effects will be applied in this composition, and it won't look good, and it'll take time to render. So I don't so the tool, I made the tool in a way that it couldn't support that feature, multi-line characters. So but if you have it, if you want to do it, how to do it? Well, it's a bit different the way you have to do it. You have to pre-comp this text file if you have multiple lines. Let's go to composition, pre-compose. I don't even know where that is. I always use the shortcut pre-compose. Where is that pre-compose? Yeah, what the heck? Let's use the shortcut. txt01. Okay. That's now I have pre-composed this effect, and I'm going to mask out some areas. So let's duplicate this layer so it won't isolate. The other stuff will not. Everything outside the mask will not disappear. They actually disappear because of these layers here. You will see the whole text all the time. So let's draw a mask like this. So this means when you apply the text, 4 instances will not be applied right here, because this is no longer a text field. This is a pre-compose. So this is treated as an image. So how many instances of effects that you want to apply here is decided by the number of masks that you draw here. So if this is a text field, there are 34 characters, but I want to limit the number of effect instances for about 20. All right, that's a number I recommend. Don't go beyond 20. When you go beyond 20, it's too much. So I'm going to draw masks to isolate these different areas. Okay, maybe one for this, one for that. This will take a while. So here's the thing: try not to intersect like this. Always make sure that you do this, and be very careful that you capture everything inside the mask. Now if you draw a mask like this, that's exactly how it's going to look like in the final, once it is revealed. It'll look something like this if you do that. So draw the mask correct. You can also use the pen tool to draw the masks. It's no problem. The only rule here is that don't draw garbage masks like this. Never draw garbage masks like that one. Always draw masks very elegantly to capture the character's size. Don't draw it too big. I mean, like this, to isolate this area. Don't draw a mask like this. Capture the exact size as closely as possible. All right, now we have drawn 17 masks. As you can see, there were like 34, 35 characters right here, but now we have isolated everything down to brought down the number of instances to 17. Now let's apply all right, now look at this. It says, let's say okay, when you click on next, it'll ask if this composition name is unique. Let's say you click on OK. Now it says you must have exactly one layer in the composition, and that layer must be a text layer or a composition layer in order to continue. So this layer, this composition should have only one layer in it in order to apply the effects. Right now it has two, because we have duplicated the layer in order to see the full text while we draw the masks. So you will almost always forget to delete it, as I did. If you have done it, you will see that same message popped up. So let's go to the next level, next step, and generate masks. Now, as you can see, 17 masks have been generated to the size of the masks that we have drawn. That's why I told you not to draw garbage masks. If you have done it, that's how these solids will be generated. So it looks good, captures everything. Yeah, it covers the whole title and set the styles. Yeah, something like that. Setting the styles is all this stuff has been talked about very in detail in the previous two videos, so I'm not going to explain again. So let's say yeah, I want this one, number 3. Let's choose 3, or you can always copy this code and paste it right here too. Now it has started creating the titles. Give it a moment. Create the effects, I'm sorry. All right. Let's go to the next one and randomly distribute. Let's say we want the end animation to start here. Set an animation. All right. Now our animation is happening, and the multi-line, that's how you have to animate a multi-line title. Now, because that this is, if you can remember, let's go to the backup. Let's take the backup. Oops. I'm out of screen space here. All right. Now here, this is a now here, this is a let me change the name to something like that. Now this is a pre-comp. This is not a text field, this is a pre-comp, which means you can do anything here. You know, it can be any title design right here. Oops. Let's do something like that right here. You know, you can have any element. Why, let's say you know, this doesn't have to be a text field always. Now we have done that. Let's duplicate this layer and move it up. Okay, let's say that this is your title. Now let's delete all the masks so I can see that. All right, now these are the masks you have drawn, so I'm going to change that to capture the new design. Now make sure that you capture all that. Let's all right. Now I covered everything there. Let's delete this layer. Now it looks fine. Now make sure that you draw the masks correct. Don't draw a mask like that. Make sure that you capture everything, like so. All right. Now let's apply. Let's generate the mats. Let's apply some random styles. and create the title. Let's see how it goes. The point here is that because we are animating a pre-comp, anything can be there in the pre-comp. It can be a multi-line, just a plain multi-line text field. It can be any text, any title design like this. Let's do random order. And set the end animation here. Oops. Set the end animation here. Let's actually do a RAM preview. All right. As you can see, the multi-line text field, or it can be any title design. It's animating now. It's the animate in works, animate out works. Fine. And about colorizing this effect, right now it's no longer a text field. It's no longer a simple text field. So this color will not work. We used this color slot to colorize the text. Now it's no longer working. You have to type 0 right here if you want to colorize this. You have to type 0 right there and start colorizing. All right, you can do that if you really want to colorize, but that's just to override the colors of the text. And I don't know if you want to do that, you can do that, but I don't recommend. This might come really handy if this is a logo, which I'm coming to next. So as you can see, this is a different title design. So inside this pre-comp, there can be a logo. This is the exact way you can animate a logo. So something like this. If this is the logo that you have to animate, you can pre-comp this and do that masking again, and draw masks. When you're drawing masks, you have to draw something like this, and segmentate. I don't know what's the word there is. Just create segments right here, and isolate the characters like so. In a place like this, you can always use the pen tool. Even though I did this, actually never use garbage masks. When you draw masks, be really careful and don't go too far like this from the logo. Stay very close and very carefully draw your masks. Now you can always, I suggest that you lock all the masks as you draw them, because otherwise if you haven't locked them, you won't be able to it's difficult to draw masks close to this these existing layers. So always make sure that you lock the masks as you draw them. All right, draw masks like this. If you do that, once you delete the bottom layer, this is what you would see, and you would see this gap in the final output as well. So be very careful when you're drawing masks. It's always okay to intersect when you're animating logos. Well, just like that, I have a completed one here. Let's actually delete these layers. Oops. Sorry. All right, now I have drawn some masks right here, and yeah, just like this, you can draw masks, and this might take some time when you want to animate a logo. But once you have done this, the process is the same. You can generate masks, generate solids, and set styles randomly. And apply an effect on it. All right. Let's do a random order and set end here. Okay, that's how you can animate a logo. Just the same way you can animate an image too. Now, since that pre-comp could have a multi-line text, any text design, or a logo, it could even have an image like this one. If you use this feature wisely, you can do a heck of a lot with this tool. I have actually let me hide this. I have actually masked it out, just like I did for the logo. Let me show it to you, like this one. I have masked it out, so you can do this very, very, very carefully using pen tool, like this one. So when you do it, be very careful, and don't forget to lock the masks as you draw them. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to draw these overlapping shapes. So you'll understand what I mean by that when you try to do this on your own. So once you have done this, you can follow the tool to come up with these solids, and I have applied styles randomly. Actually, not randomly. I want this image to, most of this image to reveal from bottom to top. So most of them, majority of them are color. Majority of these solids color are blue, because they have to, those parts have to reveal from bottom to top. So once you have done this, you can apply some kind of a style. Let's actually look at the gallery page and choose a good one. All right, let's say some kind of a good effect. Let's say number 8. It'll take a while. All right, let's go next. position them randomly. And yeah, actually I have prepared a clean plate for this image. Let's do a ramp review. Well, this is a good lesson actually. When animating images, well, it looked really good on the titles and images, titles and logos, but for this particular image it doesn't look it actually doesn't look good. Well, that's why I wanted to spend some time with this. So no worries, you have the backup right here. Just rename it to something unique, 001, and you can try applying another style, maybe a more simpler one for this image would work nice. Well, something. Well, I'll let the experiment to you and in this video from here, because it's been a long video, and I'll see you in the next video, which I'm going to explain the advanced tips and how to troubleshoot some certain issues. So I'll see you then, and well, spend your time experimenting with this tool, and there's a heck of a lot you can do with it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.